cancel for 2026. Because listen, I really don't know what's going on. I don't know if you guys have seen the channel recently. Like, I've been trying to keep some things light and actually laugh a bit. And so I've been doing a lot of funny videos about the travel experience, also doing a lot of political satire too. Because I feel like we all need to laugh. We need to laugh right now because it's just a lot going on. But the question I have today is travel canceled for 2026 with all that we've got going on. Travel from or in the US is what I'm saying specifically. Because look, we got a lot going on. I don't know if y'all been keeping up with the news, but we literally have TSA has basically walked out of work. They're not getting paid as part of this government shutdown. We've got air traffic controllers stressed. Unfortunately, there were two pilots who were two Air Canada pilots who were unalived. I believe it was yesterday after a horrible mishap on the runway. Okay, this has wide range effects. You have ICE agents who are now acting as temporary TSA replacements, and some are saying that might even be potentially permanent. It's a lot going on. For those of you who don't know who I am, hello everyone. My name is Tanisha Mercer. I help Black women solo travel and move abroad. You already know what to do. Click on the subscribe button or bell. That way you'll get notified of my new videos. Don't forget to like this live, share it, and definitely comment. Come on in and say hello, okay? Come on in and say hi. But yeah, so we're talking about it today. Traveling in 2026. The whole thing is really kind of working my nerves, right? It definitely is working my nerves. Um, it is stressful, and travel should not be stressful. Let's take it back. You know, it's been like about a week and a half, almost 2 weeks since I've done a live. Tried to do one over the weekend. It just did not happen. Okay, it just did not happen. So I'm here today. I said, let me get on here and say hello to the people in the community, right? But travel is particularly stressful right now. Uh, you just got a lot going on. Prices. Let's start with the one thing. Okay, prices are extremely high. Have you been pricing flights recently? They're expensive. This war we have going on with Iran, baby, oil and gas are more. So that means that flights are going to be more. Okay? So things are just unnaturally expensive right now, and they actually have been for a while, if I'm honest, on the flight level, on the flight prices. Number two, you got lines to get to the airport. To get to your flight, you need to pack a lunch, and you might need to pack dinner too, because it is literally taking people 5, 6 hours plus to get through the airport. The lines begin outside the airport to get in the airport. It is that bad. Who do we have joining? Is it V8? Hey V8. Hi. Thank you for joining. For those of you who are coming in, say hello. Definitely would love to say hello to you. But yeah, it's flights are really high right now. It's tough to get to the airport. There are long wait times. It's so much. Hold on, y'all. What's going on here? Me. Okay. All right. Sorry about that. It's so much. Could y'all hear me? Because my little thing came on. All right. So it's so much going on right now. Flights are expensive. It is a tough time to travel. It's a hard time to get to the airport. You've got TSA government shutdown. Everybody, they're not getting paid, right? You have ICE agents who are there. We didn't expect any of this, right? Who wants to deal with ICE? Not the people who are shooting people in the head and detaining not only Americans and unaliving Americans, but also other people from other countries who are legally in the U.S. and also your migrants in the U.S. Like I don't know about y'all, but did not expect to see those people. I know they have federal powers, but I did not expect to see those people at the airport, because it's like, what type of information are you, are you doing? What's really going on here, right? So right now is a difficult time to travel. People are also feeling, we've had reports, especially earlier in the year, people were saying their passports were being kind of like almost like revoked. There were issues with their passport. They were out of the country, no problem. And something was going on crazy with the passports, which leads a lot of people to wonder, the conspiracy theorists. And I will tell you this, a lot of things we used to think were conspiracy theories really weren't, are not. They were actually true. Um, but it makes people wonder, is it safe to travel right now? Do you go? Do you stay? What do you do? Like I mentioned earlier, everything is more expensive. Even your road trip is going to cost you. It's going to cost you. Who do we have? Is it Yaren? Hey, Yaren. It's going to cost you. Everything is going to cost you. I am here in lovely Paris, France, but my family, I'm a U.S. citizen, and my family is in the US. I want to go home to hug my mama's neck, but at this point, she keeps asking me, when am I coming home? I was supposed to come in February to go to my hometown of Detroit, and I had to cancel that trip because the weather was so bad in the US, right? So now I'm like, look, I want to come, I want to see my mom, my family, my brothers and sisters. I want to see my children. And it's just not the best time right now. It really isn't. It's not the best time to travel. So it's causing a lot of people to wonder, what do you do? Do you go ahead and make the flight? Are you going to drive? And again, gas is going to cost you. Do you cancel travel overall? Do you just postpone it and say, you know what, I'm not doing anything this summer? We're just going to wait. What do you do right now? It's a squeeze on the economy. I don't know about y'all, but inflation in the US, just the stock market is crazy. You've got more than like 600,000 black people, black men and black women, who are out of work, right? You've got economic stress and pressure on all of our pockets. Everything is high, right? There's record number of job losses. So what do you do? Hey Daniel, how are you? Thank you for joining. So what do you do? Do you go ahead and say we're gonna go somewhere? Do you say I'm gonna save that money and not go anywhere right now? Do you say, well, travel is optional, it's not a requirement, and I'll just wait till things get better? What do you do? What are you all doing? Let me know in the comments, you guys. Um, hey, Winterfall 2.0. Okay, you're planning on going to Paris at the end of May. Oh, you're gonna have a lovely, lovely time. I love it. I love it. I love it. And local trips you may drive. Listen, that seems like probably a nice, safe bet. Um, you'll have a lovely time here in Paris. And then the road trips will be nice. Let's see. Hey Marie. Oh, I love you too. Hey. Sending some love right back to you. Listen, we gotta have some love or something, because it's a lot going on. I don't know. Like we have the whole Iran, this manufactured fake war, right? Uh, we've got that man that folks elected to 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue saying that he has declared a ceasefire, but Iran said, well, they didn't really talk to us. So what ceasefire are you talking about? Again, we don't know from week to week, from day to day, what's really going on. At one point he said he would bomb the power plants in Iran, right? You've got tens of thousands of military going over to Iran. Everyone is stressed. Everyone has anxiety. I'm not saying everybody, but it's a lot going on right now. So what do you do? Do you travel? Do you wait? What about those of you in this community who are looking to move abroad? What do you do? Now, for those of you who are looking to move abroad, I'm going to put a link in the comments. And what you can do is, if you're looking to move abroad and you need a little bit of help with that, make sure you schedule a move abroad consulting call with me. I'll put that in the comments. Give me 1 second. Y'all, I'm doing this right now. That way you can get your move abroad plan together. You can still move abroad in 2026. There are people who are like, you know what? This is confirmation that I really do need to go. So even if you're moving abroad, if you're traveling, You got to maybe be a little bit more careful about where we're going. It takes a little bit more planning, right? There's certain areas that maybe a year or two ago, no problem. Now, like for example, I would not necessarily want to be in Cuba right now with all they've got going, with all the U.S. government has going on against that country. They're in the middle of a blackout. People have been unfortunately dying in ICU. It's so much going on. So much going on. Let's see. Winter Fall 2.0. It's a mess. Yeah. You know what? It is day by day. You're right. It's very much day by day because it's like literally I get up and I say, what is going on today? And what is worse than the day before? And I don't know about y'all, but this war has been going on for like what? We're going into like week 3, 4 or so. Can't quite keep up. But every day is something. Every single day it is something. Like honestly, like I can't even, it's hard to process it. You know what I'm saying? Because I know here where I am, even though I'm a US citizen, live abroad here in Paris, I still feel the stress and the pressure because my family is there. And even me, I'm like, okay, this war is bringing in, like, he's trying to bring in all these other countries, like NATO countries, to help fight. I'm like, what's going on with France? What is Europe doing? Am I safe? You've got so much uncertainty going on. So I definitely understand. It's a lot. It's a lot right now. Any questions? Do you guys have any questions? But you're right. It is very much day by day. And look, I'm trying to get myself together to put the link in the comments. Hold on. I'm trying to multitask and I'm having a hard time doing that. Okay, so let's see. Let me put the link in here of it's in the chat and I want you guys to have it. So hold on. Okay, so give me a second, you guys. I'm sorry. Why is it not showing? Why is it not letting me put the thing in the chat? Oh, wait a minute. Here it goes. Okay, here we are. Okay, here we go. All right. So is it Laxley? Hey, Laxley. 1224. How do you feel as an American living in France? Are the locals behaving differently toward me? I don't really feel anything different so far. I think that everyone is at a heightened state of anxiety. No matter where you're from right now, I think we all have our eyes glued to what's going on. So far, I'm not feeling any different treatment, but that could change. You never really know, right? Um, I don't, like I said, I don't feel any different. There are tons of Americans here in France, and there are more than there used to be, a whole lot more. I cannot tell you, for the most part, I'm hearing American English everywhere. So, yeah, so far as an American living in France, I'm not seeing a difference as of yet. But you never know, that could change. Hey, Madeline. Thank you for the greetings. I hope you're well in Holland. Hello. Um, but yeah, that's a very interesting question. Thank you for that question. I am, obviously monitoring the situation, and this is what I said about myself. I said, okay, when the State Department, I live not far from where the U.S. State Department is headquartered here in Paris, and I said, well, when the State Department puts out something and they leave, that's my cue to go. I don't think we're there. I'm there yet, right? And so for right now, we're still all to go. So, but you do have to watch it. So, for you guys, I put in the chat a link to my Calendly. Hold on, let me put the direct link. I'm sorry. Again, trying to do all these things multitasking. What else? We have any more questions? Any more questions about traveling and moving abroad? Now is your time to ask them. Now is your time. I'm going to put a link specifically so you won't have to go through all of my list of services. And I'm trying to find this thing right now. And why can't I find it? Oh my goodness. Hold on. I can't find what I'm looking for. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to put the link directly. If you're looking to, again, move abroad, click through, scroll through. I got a lot of services on here, but scroll through my list of services. But right now I'm putting it in the chat, okay? And you can, it links directly if you're looking to schedule a move abroad consulting call. I would love to talk to you, okay? If you're looking to, if you're still saying, look, I know for sure that I want to go. I know for sure that I want to get out of here and you need a little help, I'm your girl. I've been here for 4 years, almost 4 years, living in France full time as an American on a visa. Moved from Atlanta, originally from Detroit, Michigan. So I'm familiar with the move abroad process and I've been here for a minute. So the crazy thing about it is that definitely living in France, things change, but you can, my services are not just, relegated to just if you want to move to France. It's really literally anywhere in the world. And right now, it's like I've been telling this community, we've been talking about this for a couple of years now. Ever since that man was elected to 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, I've been talking about, listen, come on, y'all, let's go. Let's get it. Get your passports, get the things you need. Let's go. Get that move abroad plan together. If you are planning to go, right? If you're planning to get out. So I think now people are, unfortunately, we're seeing more things and the demand has not left. And I'll do another video probably later on this week or maybe next week. There are more Americans are leaving and going. There's record numbers of Americans who are leaving the US and they're heading to other countries. So those numbers are absolutely crazy. They're insane. They're insane. Hey, Rice Paper Flowers. Hey, how are you? But yeah, there are increasing numbers of Americans who are leaving. Like I said, it's amazing to me the number of Americans that I bump into here. Ones who are not visiting, who have like their move just like I did, almost 4 years ago, right? So you've got more Americans who are leaving and coming to France. You've got more Americans who are leaving. We're leaving the U.S. Okay, and it's to the point that this week it was announced, or maybe it was last week, it was announced that the U.S. government is lowering the price if you want to renounce your citizenship. Now, that's a personal issue, right? That's a personal thing. Look, I'm not Tina Turner, not just yet, okay? For some people, it may make financial sense to do so. Like if the late Tina Turner, for example, was a multimillionaire, lived in Sweden, and the US government, you're going to pay your taxes no matter where you live until the day you die, okay? If you're a US citizen. That Uncle Sam wants their money no matter where you are in the world. They do not care where you live. They are going to want their tax money if you're making income. So your income globally is taxable. So there are some people who don't want to deal with that, and there are some people who are renouncing their citizenship. Now, again, that's a personal decision. My blue passport, I feel like there's definitely privilege I have as an American living in France that I feel here. So that's a decision that you all personally have to make. But they've lowered the price. It used to be like $2,300, and I think now it's like $450. So yeah, it's a lot going on. Thank you, Rice Paper Flowers. Listen, let me know when you need yeah, when you figure out your visa situation and you figure out which one. And if you do need some help with that, I work with my immigration attorney. I will put the link. Let me put the link in the chat also for that, because for those of you who might be interested, right? If you click on it's an affiliate link, okay? But you do save a little bit of money, okay? So Rice Paper Flowers, whenever you are ready, definitely let me know. I also offer, if you scroll through my list of services, I do offer like a complimentary 15-minute phone call for those of you who might be on the fence and you don't quite know what you need and you're a little bit unsure. I do offer a complimentary 15-minute phone call where we can talk about what your plans are. So, hold on a second. Let me put this link in here. I will include the link to my attorney. and you can save a little bit of money. And this is an immigration attorney that I've worked with for since 2022. Okay, so highly, highly, highly recommend his services. And again, you can save a little bit of change if you decide to go through this affiliate link. You can save 10% with the discount code TSNH. So I'm including this in the chat right now. Again, for those of you who may be interested, okay, it's in the chat. So click on the link in the chat, and let me also include, while I'm talking, let me also include the link if you want to schedule a complimentary Move Abroad consulting call. 15 minutes of my time. We spend 15 minutes together. Please, serious inquiries only. But you get 15 minutes to kind of, I've got a lot of services offered. So if you're unsure about what you might want to do and you need a little guidance, that's what that 15-minute phone call is for. So again, it's difficult to do something while I'm talking and trying to do things at the same time. Give me a second here. But yeah, we can talk and schedule the phone call. Okay. Okay. Let's see. All right, that is the link to my services. Click on the link, schedule a free 15-minute Move Abroad consulting phone call. We'll talk 15 minutes to talk more about your Move Abroad plans, travel plans. Yeah, put something on the calendar for absolutely free. Now, the other link I included in the chat, that's not free. You've got to pay for that service in advance. But if you need help determining which service you may need, that is ideal. So let's see what else we got going on, y'all. What else we got going on? Come on in, say hello. Welcome to the community. Make sure you like the live. Y'all double tap your like the live. I almost said double tap your screen. That's TikTok, not YouTube. But like the live. Make sure you share it. Make sure you tell others about this community. I try to talk mainly about my life here in Paris, my life abroad, my travels, but I also talk a lot about geopolitics, right? Been talking a lot about the war, what's going on now. I also add some comedy into it because we can't be serious all the time, okay? But yeah, make sure you let people know about this community. This community is for Black women who are traveling, solo traveling, or moving abroad. If you know any people who that fits that scenario, let me know. My content is definitely consumed by everybody, but I'm just letting you know that's who I specifically target my content for. So it is produced with that particular audience in mind of Black women who are solo traveling and moving abroad. We've got people in this community, various ages, like from your zennials and millennials and Gen X like me and older. So yeah, baby boomers, we've got a wide range of people in this community. So what else do we have going on? Any other questions? If we don't have any other questions, I'm going to hop off of here because I got some things I want to do before it gets too late. Any other questions that we have going on about traveling? Where are you guys? Are you staying? Are you going? Are you postponing your trips? What are you doing? Do you feel comfortable traveling with what is going on right now? Because the war itself is enough. I don't know if y'all saw maybe a few weeks ago, a gentleman was praying for Ramadan on a flight. They dragged that man off that flight, had the people with the guns, okay, with the with the pow-pows, and dragged that man off there, tried to drag him out of his seat. And the man was basically praying for Ramadan. Okay. Everyone is stressed. Okay. Not saying it's an excuse for what happened, because there was no reason to drag that man off the plane. There was no people are anxious and they're watching, and they thought the worst. So unfortunately, it did happen, and they had federal officers came, and someone reported the man praying. I believe he was probably praying, perhaps in Arabic, and Islamophobia runs rampant, and just it's a lot going on. So just again, folks are really on edge right now, and we don't. People are uncomfortable. So again, there's a lot going on. We know yesterday we had two Air Canada pilots, unfortunately, who lost their lives due to an air traffic controller incident. All right, on the runway, the airplane collided with a vehicle on the runway, um, and it did not end well. I believe it was a vehicle. It collided with something on the runway, and so you've got all this going on as these air traffic controllers are being worked literally nonstop hours, a lot of stress. And these were the things we were worried about. Remember the government shut down when the government shut down last year? These were the things that we were worried about. And there were so many narrow misses. And you can't bring people back, right? And, two pilots unfortunately did not make it. Fortunately, there were no other serious injuries, I don't believe, on that flight. And passengers were able to safely evacuate for the most part. But you don't want these things happening. You don't want these things happening. We know that there's been just increased pressure on people who work as air traffic controllers. I mean, how stressful of a job could you have? Like it goes right up there with one of the most probably stressful positions in the whole entire world. And they don't have enough staff, and it's the government shutdown. And yeah, not enough people to go around. Again, TSA agents are not getting paid. I don't know about y'all, but how would you feel to go to work and not get paid for it? I would not feel too good about that, especially with the price of daycare, the price of gas, the price of electricity. We're talking about perhaps an energy crisis if this thing continues to go on. At the same time, Trump is saying he's officially called a ceasefire, but you know, we really don't know what to believe. It's a lot of we don't know what to believe because Iran has claimed that they haven't talked to the man and what ceasefire. So we don't really know how to move day by day. Um, Hold on. Let me look at the comments. Hey Sophie Love. Hey girl, hey. Is it Am Jadi Jadik Bell? Hello. Thank you for the compliment. Yeah, yeah, I hear you on the Netanyahu. We don't really know if that man is still alive or what's going on with that one. I don't really know. Loxley, yeah, a little too scared to travel. I understand. I understand. You do have to do what feels best for you. You're absolutely right about that. You have to do what feels best for you, and no one can make that determination but you, right? Winter, fall. Yeah, okay, fire truck. Thank you for that. I was trying to remember what it was. Like I was trying to remember. I was like, wait, it was like an elevated object, but the things you see, the fire trucks. Yes, a fire truck. Thank you. Okay, 40 people were injured. Okay, thank you for that update. That is absolutely wow. So it was a fire truck. My bad on that one. Thank you for correcting me on that. Sophie's she's look, you're between Nice and Montpellier. Hey, listen, I love it. Have fun, have fun, have fun. How did you like Montpellier? I have not been yet. I have not been yet, but I definitely want to go. I know you're doing well at Nice, okay? I know you're having fun, so have a good time in Nice and definitely enjoy yourself, okay? The south of France in the spring or the summer. The south of France anytime is a good time. But definitely in the spring and summer, it's very, very nice. So, yeah, where else are you guys going? Anyone are you canceling travel um within the US? What about international travel? Sophie, you're planning on heading back to the States. But listen, I understand there is a really real fear that people may be trying to trap U.S. citizens inside, right? Inside the U.S. A lot of people are saying that because all the stuff that we have going on, it's like, what are you doing? Do you not want us to go, to leave? So these things used to be called conspiracy theories, but now I listen. After what's been released in those files, those epi files, and if you already know the type of treatment. It doesn't surprise some of us, but yeah, other people are finding out. Let's see what else. What else? It's a college town, very slow pace. It's more affordable. Okay, I definitely have heard that. I have to go visit Albania next week. Ooh, let me know how you like Albania. Let me know. Let me know. I've heard it's relatively inexpensive there. There's a traveler that I follow. Her name is Kimberly. I can't remember her handle. But if you're interested, if you type up Black woman in Albania, she'll probably pop up on YouTube. She's in Albania and she's been traveling. Her name is Kimberly with I think it's Kymberley. So listen, I hear you about waiting until there's a resolution before returning. They are indeed. Look, they're doing too much. Doing way too much for sure. For sure. Albania is one of those countries in Eastern Europe where it is relatively affordable. I mean, I'm hearing you can get you a spot for about 300 to 500 euros per month. Not very expensive at all from what I've heard. I don't know if prices have gone up. Prices have gone up for everything, but maybe those rental prices are a little bit more stable. But you can get, as an American citizen, also you can get up to a year, I think. Yeah, up to a year with no problem. Let me put her channel in here. Let me see if I can find her real quick because I don't want to just leave you hanging. Um, Let me see. She's real cool too. I'm not seeing everybody else but her. I'm seeing somebody in another country because we follow each other on Facebook. So, oh, I do not see her. What I'll do, Sophie, I'll find her. I'll find her and I'll just comment on one of your comments on one of my videos and I'll send it to you because yeah, it would be good to probably, if you're looking for somebody to connect with. I think she has been there for a while. I know she's bouncing around a bit, but I think she might still be in Albania, but you can check and find out. So, your apartment in Valor is $350 a month. That's a good price. That's a real good price. Cannot imagine it with rent being the way it is. It's to the point that I told a friend of mine who is an expat who has lived in the UK for like 20 years. And we're talking about it. And we were talking about, yeah, we don't know what's going on from day to day. We have our check-ins. And we were both like, the US is just really unaffordable right now. And that's because we've lived in Europe, right? Once you've lived outside of the US and you get out of that matrix and like Sophie Love and you see how inexpensive things can be, you see how inexpensive healthcare really is, you see how much the US is really a scam, it changes your whole perspective on everything. And I know people always like ask me, they're like, oh, is Paris expensive? Depends upon where you live in Paris, okay, and how you live. Now, if you live in like, look, if you live in your best French life, look, I get it, okay? But if you live in your best French tourist, like your best US tourist life, yeah, it's gonna be expensive. But if you live in like a local, there is no comparison. There is no comparison. Sophie, yes. Don't nobody want to go back and struggle. I know I don't. I know that I do not. Do not want to go back and struggle. Absolutely not. Like I said, once you get out the US, and I wish that for all the women in this community, right? Like, the common narrative is that, again, these places are so expensive. Now, obviously, visiting can be expensive because you're living like a tourist. You don't really know where to go. You're just paying top prices. But if you're actually living like a local, you're going to see how much a scam healthcare is. You're going to see how much everything in the US is about money. It's about money, your credit score, which doesn't even exist here. Your credit score does not exist here. Now, it is hard to get an apartment here in Paris and definitely the south of France. I'm not even going to lie to you. I'm not even going to hold you up. But I know my expenses are anywhere from 30 to 60% less. And I'm not even playing with you on that. Now stuff is going up. It is inflation. But overall, healthcare, baby, when I go to the doctor, I know exactly how much I'm spending because I pay for it right there. And that's even without not having the carte vitale. Okay. I can actually afford out-of-pocket healthcare expenses, which is amazing. I go to the doctor. I think the last time I went to the doctor was back in October, and I need to go for my blood work, which is a reminder. But it was like 60 euro. That's it. I that's all that I'm paying. There is no super bill. There is no surprise bill. Okay, there is no this is in network. This is out of network. No, you pay the doctor $60, 60 euros, and that's it. That's it. So yeah, healthcare is in the US is definitely, I mean, I call it a scam. Look, you realize it's a scam to the consumer because certain people are benefiting, right? And it's usually not us. You struggle to find an apartment in Nice. Did you check my favorite site is, and I don't know, it's called Morning Croissant. It's what I used to find my apartment here in Paris. I don't know what what the listings are looking like, and I guess it probably is going to depend on when you're trying to go, right? Because during the travel season, I would imagine it's more difficult. Okay, you're going to try student housing. Very smart for the first 3 to 6 months. Here, let me put the link to that in the comments too, um, for you, and that way, hold on, where is? Hmm. I'll put the link here, and that way you can look it up. But I know that they are in. They have rentals in Paris, the south of France, and I think they might have something else, maybe in Montpellier, but I'm not sure. I just only look for my particular region, obviously. But they are a benefit to have. They are the competitor to Airbnb. Let me tell you, Airbnb is high as hell. Okay, high as hell. Most Parisians don't. It's only for tourists, right? Hey, quiet broad abroad. Hello. Thank you for the compliment. Listen, that man, the great orange beast, is right. He is on a rampage. Okay, he's trying to end it for everybody. All right, he's trying to hook his homies up. Yes, yeah. Try so quiet broad abroad is saying try Airbnb first. Then once there, you'll find something. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Also check like booking.com is one. Sometimes you can find things on there as well. Because what a lot of these folks do is they post on various multiple sites, right? So check there as well. Hold on, I'm sorry. I'm trying to include this link. I'm just all over the place. Give me a second here. Because I want to give you the the direct link to it. But yeah, it can be that is the one thing that can be a challenge here is finding a place to stay. So I love the tips in this community. Thank you all for the tips that you're giving, Sophie. And that's what this community is all about, right? Okay, here we go. Sorry, y'all. Somehow I clicked off of it. So again, I'm putting it here. And it's a site that I use to find my rental property. And in Paris, morningcroissant.com. Again, competitor to Airbnb. They're often much cheaper than Airbnb. There is a deposit. That's the difference. You can do short-term or long-term rental. It works a lot similar to Airbnb. You find the property you want, and then the owner approves or accepts you or whatever, reviews you and approves or accepts your stay. And then if it's a long-term stay, you have a couple of options, a guarantor. That's what I had to get. Or if you don't have a guarantor, you can pay for your term in cash up front. Is another option for people. because some people don't want to get the guarantor. Definitely. Quiet Broad Abroad. Let's see. Oh, okay, definitely. Would love to collab with you. Would love to. Thank you so much. You yeah, definitely send me an email. I would love that. Would definitely love it. Would love to collab with you. Check in my email is in the description of the channel. You can find out if you want to contact me. I would love that. Thank you so much. But yeah, any more questions, you guys? Any more questions? Any more advice about those who may want to move abroad, travel abroad? Okay, so you said you're in Vlore. Oh, okay. Oh, to Quiet Abroad. Yes, listen, y'all go ahead and plan. I love it. I love it. Go ahead and plan. Hey, listen, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So that is what this community is about, connecting people. I've been able to meet so many amazing women who have come through France, right? I've met women who have come through Paris, amazing black women who stopped through Paris, amazing black women who are like, I'm going to Paris, I'm going to south of France, and I'm also going to Italy, I'm going here, there, wherever. And we have met in this community. So I love it. This is what this is for. So I love the connections that are made here. So I love it. Any other questions, y'all? If no other questions, I'm gonna go ahead and hop off. Again, thank you, Quiet Broad Abroad. I'll go ahead and I'll just go ahead and send you my email, okay? And that way you'll have it. So thank you all so much for your time. I'm trying, I told you I'm trying to do more lives. So stay tuned for me to hop on here once a week. I don't quite have a day worked out, but the goal is to go live at least once a week. Now I know it's like a week and a half, almost 2 weeks, but work with me, be a little patient with me. But yeah, the goal is just to hop on here at least once a week. Hopefully we'll work up to maybe a couple times a week. We will see how that works out. Thank you all so much for your time. Enjoy the rest of your day, your afternoon, morning, night, wherever you all are. Thank you so much again. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you, Winterfall 2.0. Listen here, Sophie. Listen. I man, I feel like that man is trying to privatize the TSA. I really do. Yeah, I really do feel like that. And I feel like it's just a mess because you already know. Like, again, these are the people who are shooting people in the head. Okay? I got to be careful with my words because, I don't want you to penalize me. But these are the people who go pow pow, American citizens, migrants, and other people. They're literally hunting down people. And you want those people to be at the airport? Nah. No, absolutely not. I know a lot of the stuff that I do. I try to put a comedic spin on some things. And again, I do a lot of political satire. And some people, people feel some kind of way sometimes, like whatever. But my goal is so much serious shit happening. It's like I gotta laugh at something, okay? Because I can't be serious all the time, or I'll be somewhere crying. All right. So when I do my videos, it is with the best intentions in mind, okay? I am trying to just distract all of us for a bit because yeah, it's a lot of serious things that are literally going on, and it's so crazy. I said I was gonna get ready to go, but I had talked to someone in a country. I'm not gonna say which country, in a country within the UAE, and this person, I asked this person, I was like, "So how are you really doing? Are you taking shelter?" And they're like, "I'm fine." Like, they're like, "I got a text on my phone that from my country that said, 'Thank you for your cooperation and sorry for the inconvenience.'" And this person is in a country that is literally on the news right now, very popular destination within the UAE, put two and two together, very popular destination. And they're like, "Yeah, I'm good." Because I'm like, "What are you doing talking to me? Like, how are you texting me?" And they're like, "I'm fine." There isn't a problem. And I'm like, you're living your life like normal? And you're like, yeah, I went to the store, I cooked, went to work, walked outside. They sent videos of it raining and it hadn't rained in like a year or something. But yeah, some of the things that we see are definitely propaganda, for sure. Definitely propaganda. Because yeah, they were like, this person is they're an immigrant there. And that's again why I'm being very sensitive. I don't want to tell too much. That particular country has they've got a lot of the UAE have censorship bans in place, so I got to be very careful. But yeah, they're like, look, it's life is normal. They're like, yeah, I hear drones, I hear sirens occasionally, but other than that, doing fine, and it's amazing to me. Hey, the foreign national, you're torn with the TSA and ATC issues in the U.S. You're thinking about sitting this year out. The remainder, listen, I understand. I want to see my mama. I want to hug my mama's neck. So I'm trying to come back. I want to see my children. You know, I was in the U.S. in September for a month, but I get it. You have to make the best decision that works for you and your family, you and yours. Okay, if it's just you, however, whatever the case may be, you have to make the best decision for you. Sophie Love, yeah, the line about yeah, a lot of people are lying. People don't want to go to jail. I've got some videos being planned about them raising the age. The U.S. Army is raising the age of enlistment to 42. Y'all, 42. Who would join the U.S. Army at 42, baby? Mm-mm. Because you can get people to do certain things at like 22. At 42, you're not even going to do it. It's a reason why the age of enlistment had been so low for so long. You know, relatively, I think it was like in the 30s or late 30s or something. But now they need people to go over there, go to Iran. So they raised the age to 42. You can now even have a marijuana charge. A possession of marijuana charge will not get you kicked out, or you'll be able to enlist. Listen here, it's crazy right now. Crazy, crazy, crazy. But yeah, Sophie Love, they definitely are being folks are being monitored, and you got to be really careful. And we know that there is a lot of propaganda happening, and we know that we aren't seeing all the full story. Like I've said on this channel, you got to look at news in other countries. I'm talking about Korea, China, India, okay, because we are not getting a full story. But yeah, they are definitely being monitored, so I'm really careful with that. But yeah, it is definitely a lot of monitoring going on. Quiet abroad, definitely leave now if you can, for sure. Leave now. And you're right, Sophie Love, baby, they desperate. Because I'll post the videos later on today, okay? But I don't want to give too much away. But yeah, 42 years old. Ooh, how was basic training going? Because these knees are not the knees that they were at 22. It's like snap, crackle, pop. Okay. How many laps are you running? Do you have a walker? Like what's going on? Because I personally cannot imagine it. I know EMS has to be on standby. You got to have some nitroglycerin tablets, maybe some crutches, maybe you got stretchers. I don't know. I don't know about y'all, but I lived my life, and yeah, my knees are shot. And most people who are over 40, our hips are stiff. We got to stretch our hips. We got aches and pains. I'm going through perimenopause. Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot. Definitely in your 40s, things start kind of going the other direction. You thought you were young, and then you find out you really weren't. You really are not. Sophie Love is saying they want veterans to come back. Oh, ones that have already completed base. Ooh, that's interesting. I wonder how much money they're offering, because you could not pay me enough money to go back. I know a few people. And they're either trying to work their way out if they're near retirement age, especially if they started in the military like 18. They're ready to get out. And these are people in other countries, people in Europe. They're stationed in Europe. But yeah. Yeah. Oh boy, you could not. Would not be enough money. I mean, if you're already there, you don't have much choice, right? But I even saw a story, and I might do something on this later this week about maybe tomorrow about there are military members who are doing a little puff puff pass and doing some illegal substances so they won't have to be, you know, sent over. Listen, you gotta do what you gotta do. Hey, I understand. Because that's a suicide. That's a oh, I gotta be careful. That's a yeah, that's a mission for a toe tag. Okay? Like people really think that Iran is like, do they really realize that they have more women in STEM in Iran than the US percentage wise? They've had sanctions for decades and they've had nothing but a chance to prepare. These are not unintelligent people. Okay? These are not unintelligent people. They've been training for this. They've been ready. And with the way, and the crazy thing is, yes, missiles have gone off both sides. But the thing that how this thing is going to probably end is that without missiles, because Iran basically has the U.S. nuts in a chokehold, okay? Because of that Strait of Hormuz and that money situation. That's how they gonna win this. I haven't really talked about a lot about that in my videos, but how they gonna win this thing is it's gonna be on economics because they're letting those ships go through the strait, but they're being very selective. You know, you can't have any ties to the U.S. or Israel. You can't have done anything against Iran, and you got to pay in Chinese yuan. So China looking like, oh hell yeah, and they're charging like $2 million toll. Can you imagine that? I mean, like, is it just me? Or like, if I gotta pay $2, I'm digging through my purse. I'm trying to find my quarters, in my cup holder. But they want 2 million for ships to go through. Yeah, 2 million. 20% of the world's oil goes through there. So Iran saying, look, we're gonna shoot these missiles off and everything, but they're gonna win it based upon the finances. Sophie, $50,000 to $100,000 bonuses. Just like ICE, there are gonna be so many strings attached, right? Like ICE got a $50,000 bonus, but guess what? They gotta work there for 5 years. And if they leave, they're gonna have to pay that shit back. So we can't trust that administration. And when I do my little jokey jokes about him, you can't trust that man. Can't trust anything he's saying. But yeah, I would not be surprised if it's that much money. But what is your life worth? A woman who got pregnant. So, oh, listen here. In Brand New Human. Oh, that's a hard choice to have to make. I'm sorry. But I get it. I do get it. As a mother of 3, I get it. But I would hate to have to, not unless I was already going to do it. But I understand. Because who wants to be deployed and lead their babies and have to go over there? Like, you almost willing to do whatever you have to do. And I hate that for people. I hate that for military families and military people. Because a lot of us, especially, we sign up on I'm not saying we, like not me, but they sign up under the premise of a better life. And these military recruiters, they be on some bullshit. So yeah, it's a lot going on there. Let's see. Yeah. Quiet broad. Yeah, it's abroad. Yeah, it's TSA is more erratic, definitely. Can you imagine how you would feel like showing up to work and not getting paid? And to see ICE agents who are getting paid? That would send me. You'd have to call EMS for me. Like, because I would want to fight. Because what you mean I'm not getting no money? Who can afford to go to work and not get paid? Gas is super high. Food is high. Daycare. What if you have kids? What are you supposed to do? Quiet broad abroad. You know what? I think it was planned too. I think it definitely was planned. Sophie, boots on the ground. Yeah. They gonna find out. And I hate to say it like that. but people in Iran are really legit ready, and they're going over to this mountainous territory. Do you want Vietnam all over again? You are literally signing yourself up to get a toe tag. So I can see why someone would feel desperate enough to like, let me get pregnant. Hell, might have to have some back to back babies because listen, so that I really don't can I have I mean I don't know, how much time they have left on their enlistment thing or whatever, but can we stretch this out so that I can do have these babies and so I'm not going in. Listen, we gonna have some other we might have to have some back to back babies, okay? For real. Um yeah, I think it definitely was foreseeable, Sophie Love, too, when you think about when the quote unquote negotiations began last summer. And when you hear Iran say, look, you know, y'all didn't really negotiate with us. Y'all just woke up one morning and said today's the day. You didn't really negotiate with us. What's really going on? This whole mission of freeing the people. What does this sound like to you? Like we've been here before. We have been here before. So yeah, it's more BS, more BS. Listen, Sophie Love, now come on now. You were ooh, summer clothes. Listen, you got to get your clothes your French shopping. Check out the fashions and things and the brands and yes, have fun doing the shopping. Listen, grab a few things for me too while you at it. You'll love it. You'll love it. You'll love it. Um It'll be great. You'll love it. Any other questions? I said I was gonna get off of here 5 minutes ago, but any other questions or comments that y'all have? Let's see. If not, again, it's getting late. I've been talking almost an hour. Oh my goodness. But I love talking to y'all. The time goes by so quickly, for sure. Love talking to this community. Love talking to y'all in here, chit chatting with y'all, chopping it up. So again, stay tuned. Yeah, more videos are planned for some of the things that have been going on. Yeah. Again, everything is it's all very, it's all very interesting. It's a very interesting time right now. For sure, very interesting time. I just keep saying, I keep looking at the people. What's his name? Um, Robert Mueller, the man who recently passed away, maybe what, last week? And I'm like, Black Jesus, what's you got the wrong person. Okay? Like how are you preparing the obituary for the wrong person? Okay? It's the wrong person. Like he needs to be reporting from the lower room. Okay? The lower room. Yeah, the wrong person. And I'm just like, come on. I mean, I think Bob Mueller was 81. And I think was he head of the what was he? The head of the I don't remember without Googling if he was head of the FBI or head of the Justice Department. But overall, he was very much considered a um, just he was good at what he did. Okay, and yeah. But I'm like, how are we getting the wrong people with the obituary notice? Yeah, the wrong person. The wrong person. Cause we waiting, right? Like we're waiting. Um, Hopefully they'll shut down the smaller airports and transfer agents to the bigger international airports. Well, I know they're definitely in Atlanta, and they're saying the small airports definitely might end up closing because they don't have the staff, and it's just. But travel is a nightmare. I mean, I've seen people in some airports. The lines are crazy, like 5 hours. Everyone is showing up to the airport early because they're hearing like you need to be at the airport early. So what's happening is everybody's going. And I mean, Hartsfield Jackson, like the line began outside the door of the airport. Like, I look, I don't know. Like, that's stressful for me. Number one, I got a weak bladder. Okay, so who is? I need to go to the bathroom. This is perimenopausal bladder. Okay, so can you hold my space in line? And then people get upset when you ask that question. And then Do I trust that person? I don't know you. Are you gonna let me come back? Are the people behind you? It's so much. Like, and I got to go. I can't wait in line for hours. I have to go. So, oh, the foreign national. Thank you, head of the FBI. Thank you. Perimenopause brand. Cannot remember where that man came from. Okay, thank you so much. Head of the FBI. Yeah. Bob Mueller was widely considered to be yeah, he was the thing in his day for sure. But yeah, you know, he got his obituary notice, and I'm just waiting for the other obituary notice. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'll say. Yeah, ATL is crazy. The airport is already crazy. On any day, every day that ends in Y. Hartsfield Jackson, any day that ends in Y. You never know what happens. Now you, yeah. My daughter, I was talking to my daughter, and I was asking her, like, she travels, and I was asking her, where else are you going? And she's like, oh, I'll go to this place, maybe next month, yeah, in April. And I'm like, ooh, pack your patience because, mm-mm. Listen, she's going with some friends, and I'm like, y'all might have to, I don't know, like y'all might have to do a road trip or something because it's gonna take you longer standing in line than it'll take you to get perhaps to drive, right? Yeah, Winter Fall 2.0 is wild. Isn't it insane? It's crazy right now. Like, again, this was not on my travel bingo card for 2026. Like, I you know, I don't know. Maybe I hate to say I couldn't predict it, but it was looking pretty shaky, but especially like late last year. Remember, we had the last government shutdown, and things were pretty much, kind of dicey back then. But this is a bit insane. So now we have the added specter of the war, which is throwing everything off. You got your flight prices. If you didn't lock in your flight prices, they're with just the cost of oil and gas. That's going to be more. Airlines are going to charge you more, even if they don't have a reason, right? It's going to cost you more to get to wherever you're going. A road trip is going to cost you more. I don't know what gas prices are. What are gas prices where you all are? Because I know I talked to my kids and they were like, it was like $4, but that was like the other week. $4 for unleaded. So I don't know if you're on the West Coast. Shit, Cali gas in Cali is expensive. So I don't know how much they're paying for their gas. Um, yeah, it's a lot right now. It's a whole lot. Sophie, you want to run back and grab a few suitcases, but you don't want to get stuck there. I listen. You gonna have to wonder. Do you? Yeah, I get it. Do you really need what's there? I get it. I do get it though. You don't want to leave your stuff behind. I get it. But man, you have to ask yourself, how much do you really need that stuff, right? How much do you really need it? Because I need to go back too and get rid of some things. I, of course, did a big purge when I moved, but y'all, to be honest with you, I had storage. I don't recommend that shit at all. Like, don't if you're moving abroad or spending some time extended time abroad, don't even get storage. It's gonna be a waste of money. Most of the stuff that I had, it just was it's out of sight, out of mind. So I do understand. I thought I needed the things that I had in storage, but I didn't need that stuff. Did not need it. So I need to go back to Atlanta, and I have some things that I need to get rid of. I still have a residence there. And so I'm like, I need to get rid of some things because I don't need the things. I thought I needed the stuff. You really don't need a lot of the things that we think we need. You really don't. So, but that's a whole nother topic about purging and about what you really need and about how your needs change when you move because yeah, my little space here is about the size of mine. Well, no, my 2.5 car garage in Atlanta is bigger than where I live now, believe it or not. I have a studio duplex, and yeah, it's a very small space. Now I have really high ceilings, but It's not a lot of space. And you think you need, as an American, you think you need a lot of space and you really don't. And you get to other places where space is a premium and you see how much space you can live without. And that's yes, constant adjustment. Constant adjustment. And I'm always like, I need to purge for spring. And I got too many clothes and shoes, too many things. So I need to kind of do some spring cleaning and do some adjustments and get rid of some things because I literally do not have the space. So yeah, I keep saying I'm gonna do it, and I just don't do it, but I need to. So I understand what you're saying, Sophie. I do get it. I'm preaching to my choir too, because I need to get rid of some things myself right here. So, all right, y'all, let me get ready to get off of here. Thank you so much, you all, for joining me. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Sophie Love, Winterfall 2.0, The Foreign National. Who else we got here? Quiet Broad Abroad. I need to send you my information. Who else? Let's see. Is it I'm Jade Jadick Ball? Thank you so much for your comments. Thank you for commenting. And I hope I didn't miss anybody else. If I did miss you, charge it to my head and not my heart. Who else? Who else is on here? I'm going through the chats now. But thank you all so much for joining me. It's been a pleasure talking to y'all. Join me next time. Make sure you like and share the live. Make sure if you have not subscribed to the channel, click the subscribe button. That way you'll get notified when I pop up or a video, drops. Thank you so much again. Oh, also Lexley. Yes, Lexley, thank you so much for your comments as well. Don't mean to forget about you. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining. Thank you all. Enjoy the rest of your day.